sometimes when you are an owner, the first thing that you need to get rid is the ego. And when you work in a big, big multinational, it's all about how big I am. And I'm small, I'm not tall. So can you imagine, I probably will try to do things to make me look bigger and greater than I am. But it really, that doesn't matter, huh? Don't tell if you know any CEOs from other industries here in the business, but many times when I'm traveling, usually to Joburg for business, I travel coach. When all my colleagues, we say hi, and then they sit in business, and they are surprised, but why? Why you're sitting in business? We can afford to pay it, yes, but why? For a 2-hour flight. It's a waste. And imagine if I'm traveling in business for a 2-hour flight. How I can have the ethics to tell my employees that they need to save on costs? How? For example, people get very surprised, but we don't use business cards. Here in Zambia, people love business cards. You get to a meeting with all the minister, blah, 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 and you get business cards. Actually, after 6 months of not having a business card, my corporate affairs director asked me, please, Jose, have business cards because people are asking and you cannot keep giving you WhatsApp. So I say, okay, fine. There's only 2 people in the whole organization that has business cards. Myself and Ezekiel, which is the corporate affairs. And people are still getting shocked and saying, but Jose, but that's a kitchen saving. You're not going to save anything. And I said, yes, but we don't do it because of the saving. We do it because of the principle. If I'm not allowing the others to have it, and I find it personally a waste of money, and it's not environmental friendly, why we will have it? It's a saving for you guys that you want to be entrepreneurs and you want to have a business card. Don't waste your money on that. It's not important. Huh? Today with Instagram and with Facebook and WhatsApp, you can get connected everywhere. And many other things around creating this ownership culture. But it's also around ownership in the decisions you make. The decision, we try to make sure that the decision is not in the CEO and it's not in the management team, it's on the people. 2 days ago, I was in Ndola having our quarterly management review with all the line managers. We have like 50 people there, different levels. And there was this gentleman that was questioning me, saying, Jose, I'm concerned that approving my purchase orders for fleet management are delayed. And I asked him, are you sure that they're delayed? What is delay for you? I know it takes like 2 days, but sometimes there are some requests that don't get approved. And I said, but why it doesn't get approved? Because I have no budget. Okay, so it will not get approved because it has no budget. But I have to do it. I said, nobody is telling you you don't have to do. But you're the owner. You're coming here to ask me that I'm not approving your expenditure because you have no budget, but you still have to do it. And then when you don't do it, you get hammered. Because if a truck is stopped in the garage and it's not delivering and selling beer. But I told him, but where are you going to save to be able to cover for the override in your budget? No, but my budget is very tight. And I said, everybody has a tight budget. But you have a team. You belong to a department where you have other colleagues, where you have monthly meetings, where you have weekly meetings where we are looking at cost. Come with a solution. But just don't come with a problem. Be an owner. Even if you cannot find a solution and you need my help or the help of your director, but do the effort. It's so easy not to own the solution. It's so easy to escalate the problem and ask for somebody to help us. We see it every day. We see it every day. And that is around being an owner. And believe me, guys, it has been very difficult to drive it. But I'm very happy to see that 2 years ago, nobody in the organization, management level, knew how to read a P&L, a profit and loss statement. They don't even knew how much money we were making. And today, it's the first thing that we're forcing at management level. And when I'm talking management, I'm not talking about the directors. I'm talking 2 levels below them. Monthly sit-downs, let's check your fixed costs, let's check your variable costs, understand what is our revenue, what is driving our revenue, what is driving our variable costs, what is our macro levels, what is our fixed costs, what is our profits. They're not proficient yet, but believe me, there has been like a master's degree in finance. And we're going to keep driving that, because that's the only way to drive ownership. Because they need to live with the consequences. Make a choice, make a decision, and then live with it. Nobody's going to come and save you. That doesn't exist. Again, around meritocracy, something that ownership has been a hard concept to anchor, and a very difficult concept to anchor, again, is cultural, has been meritocracy. Everything that we do is based on merit. And you know that Africa is very hierarchical. And the eldest gets the best position. The eldest is the one that gets the first time to talk. We don't believe in that. We don't believe in age. We don't believe in tenure. Personally, I don't even believe in studies. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody saying, okay, we need to appoint this person but doesn't have a degree. And I said, what the hell? Let's do it. It's good. Because it's around the value. It's around what you can deliver. And meritocracy for us is a little bit around rewarding the higher performance. The one that is willing to go the extra mile, the one that is doing the hardest job. And there's people that tell me, but why you promote that 20-something-year-old that is only 2 years in the company, where I have been here 10 years in the company, and I'm an accountant, and I have a master's degree. And I said, but look at your results, and look at his or her results. So it's really around driving that meritocracy culture, which is very hard. You know it better than me. And I'm not just telling that, please, you're going to go to your homes and you're not going to listen to your elders. But again, in business world, that is not important. Huh? It's really about your values, about your merits. And something very important, and I'm not either a socialist or a capitalist, I'm not left-wing or right-wing, so it's nothing around politics. But I do believe that people deserve to be treated differently. And sometimes people misunderstood the concept of fairness. And we believe that when a company is fair, we need to treat everybody the same because it's fair. Treating everybody the same is the unfairest thing in the world, because we're not in a socialist environment. We need to treat people differently, because people that earn a reward need to be treated differently. If you follow the approach of everybody is the same, we need to be fair, equity is something different, okay? Fairness, then you're really not being fair to the person that is running hard. And this is something very important for us, is to drive that meritocracy. So that's why I was saying, when we promote somebody, it's not about the time that they have on the role or the years that they have in the organization. It's their potential and their hunger. Prove us that you can do it. And so far, we have appointed a lot of new people into new roles. And I can say that probably the success rate has been around 85-90%. And those that are still struggling, we're helping them. Because at the end, it's a team effort. Huh? Something else that is helping us to drive the culture around high performance is communication, open communication. And I was having a chat earlier, and people were asking me around how we work, what is our business ways. And I was telling them that we believe a lot in what we call open offices. Okay? So for example, Paul, you have been into my office. Do I have an office? No. I don't have an office. Can you imagine that? I sit. We have an open area where everybody sits in the commercial floor, where this is my desk. Right next to me is the finance director. In front of me is a commercial analyst. In front of me is the budget manager, and the other one is a floating desk that we have when we have visitors. And so we have the marketing team, we have the trade marketing. We don't believe in offices because, first of all, it's a waste of money, waste of furniture, waste of time. When you are locked in your office with this air conditioner, you cannot talk, you cannot be close to the people. You save a lot of time, but I have the finance director right next to me. If I want to know something, I just say, Mwanda, show me your laptop. And that's how it works, huh? And people, all the suppliers that come into the business, they get shocked and say, but how, but you're the big guy here. Big guy from position, but not from height, huh? And I said, yes, but we are all the same. Why we're going to have offices? Yes, if we need to have meetings, we have meeting rooms, we have breakthrough rooms. But it's a principle. That anybody can walk into that room, into that open room space. We are like 50 people sitting there. And they can talk to me. They can talk to the other directors. They can talk to the other managers. Where the shop floor people is not scared. Because the moment you put an office, you put a block, a barrier. And then communication doesn't flow. And if we are trying to inculcate the culture around ownership, and if we're trying to inculcate the culture around meritocracy, we also need to inculcate the culture around open communication, open leadership style, where we're honest, where we try to be informal. It's part of the informality of how we work. But also around having the same way that we're informal, that we're casual, also being honest with people whenever they're performing, recognizing it, but when they're not performing, also having the tough conversations. Because at the end, and you're going to be, especially the more you can get in rolling your entrepreneur ideas or your businesses, you need to be honest with yourself first, and then with the people where you work, and address the problems. Address the elephant that is in the room. Because it's not a popularity contest. I always said that we go to work we're not going to be elected mayor of Lusaka, we're not going to be elected the president. We're there to make money, huh? So it's not a popularity contest. Sometimes we need to make the tough decisions. And therefore we cannot be afraid of sometimes be the outlier in the room. The one that pushes back. With respect, of course. The one that tries to change the status quo. What we call the healthy conflicts. And I have been in a lot of meetings where people avoid that. Even people avoid the eye contact. We're giving feedback. I have been in many meetings. Let's say that I'm giving feedback to somebody, and that person is looking to the wall. I say, no, look at me. Let's talk. Let's engage. But it's part of the journey. You guys laugh. But smashing also the TIA label, as I said, is smashing those things that are in our heads, that is coming from how we were taught. And don't be afraid to be the outlier. Guys, you're not here to win a popularity contest. So you will have to make tough decisions. You will have to make tough choices. Don't be scared of it. Do it, because it's healthy. And everything, in business, in your relationship, with your families, with your couple, with your kids. That's the right way. It's healthy. And that is something that we're trying to create and nurture around the organization.